Hey everyone, I am the Orc Dork, and welcome back. I know I'm like 2 hours late, but what's new? All right, first things first. I did go back through, and I had to repeat the beginning of the mission because as I was playing Vanguard, I realized there were some issues with some of the abilities and me trying. Like, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I know I played it before. I know I enjoyed it before, but it just wasn't what I was feeling. So I went back in and I changed myself back to a soldier. As a soldier is basically weapons and ammo types. So it's going to be a whole different thing up here. I'm going to go up and level up combat mastery. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the ammos, my different ammo variants, and we'll get adrenaline rush just so we can storm faster and do a little bit of extra everything else. So essentially, we'll be the meat of the party, and I'll try and accent it a little bit more with biotics and techs. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and get our biotic, the one we'll be using all game.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Oh, I forgot. The yeoman's here. How do I speak again? Is it spacebar still? Yes, it is.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
He doesn't look right. Wasn't the yeoman different? The yeoman had orange hair, and she was more not childlike, but more like just fresh out of college. This person seems like a no, like a middle-aged woman, like more mature. This is weird.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Yeah, no, that's not the same person. Can't be.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
How's the crew? Let
Is
me
there anything
Google
I should
search
know?
this, because that's
You
gonna
have
bug
unread
me.
messages at your private terminal. Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Yeoman Kelly Chambers. Images. Oh yeah, no, they completely reworked her. What happened? Why? Why would they do that? Because the yeoman was so much more approachable before. Now they just literally made it seem like she got the soul sucked out of her. That's terrible.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
No, that's terrible. I don't
What
like
are
that
your
at all.
responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Nah, so sorry. I know that this voice actor is great. The model itself is what's throwing me because nostalgia is just gone because you just completely butchered one person who's like basically supposed to be your ear. Besides Garrus, of course, in this game. This is bad. I don't even,
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
they,
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
Anar is kind of weird, but okay.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay,
Okay.
Maybe we'll
So
talk
also,
later.
just so people know, Yeoman Kelly Chambers was romanceable to have like a interactive cutscene, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna, the camera's not here, but I'm doing air quotes. You can have an individual like one time off like interaction with her. This Kelly Chambers ain't happening because no, they just no. They why so thin. And I'm not saying that's wrong or anything, but it's just like it looks like the model is like sunk in on itself a little bit. I don't know. I'm not gonna. If I think about it too much, I'm just gonna get upset. We're gonna go ahead and do our investigation. We're gonna, check my ship, make sure everything's straight. Presley's not here. Presley blew up. So yeah, that's a thing. We do have our private terminal with like special missions that people can actually send us on. Team status upgrades, unread messages. I don't have any unread messages. Oh, here we go. Message from Anderson. On off chance the rumors are true, people can read this. I'm sorry, it's going to be a lot. You put us on top, but it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself now that we've been hearing. So essentially, Anderson wants to get in contact, so we would have to go to, I think, the Citadel. I'm not sure if he would ask for the Citadel or if it's going to be. God, I can't remember the name of the other. There's another like place we can go. It's not the Citadel. I can't remember what it's called. Zaid is the DLC mercenary guy, so you can read this if you want to. But chances are I'll pick him up, but I don't really use Zaid that much. Lost contact with the survey ship. Project Firewalker is also DLC. I don't remember much about that one. I think that gives you another weapon. I think that's what Firewalker does. I think it gives you, because Zaid gives you the flamethrower, I believe. I don't remember what Firewalker gives you. I'll normally crash site so you can put the statue there. Recon hood. Refer to your armor technicians that you may not want to show your face wherever you go. They sent by a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Dope. I'll go check that out. I don't know anything about the recon hood. Overlord. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanations. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized enough that I can't divulge the operational details over this channel. You find them on the planet Ait, Hyphen system in the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. Arc projector. I know that's a DLC weapon. Rendezvous, because she's also a DLC character for the Elusive Man. So we have two DLC characters here. We have a recon hood. I have to figure that out, and we have the other DLC. So that's all of what that is. All right. So I am going to go talk to. Ooh, God, that 360 got me. I feel like Shepard snapped my ankles, and I'm on the other side of the screen. All right. So examine. I'm a scholar. I'm a gentleman and a scholar. There's ED. Flight controls examine. Alright, now for this conversation. Because, Joker
Got some
and ED.
pressure loss in the number 4 hydrogen tank. Lock it down, Edie.
Joker and ED have an interesting relationship.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this
Look
thing
at Joker's
I want to talk
hands.
about.
They're like raised
It's like
up,
ship
but like
cancer.
the seat wasn't. The seat's not fitting him. Because I saw his shoes and I was just kind of, maybe that's just like, maybe his feet don't reach the bottom. And you're looking at his arms. The armrests are dropped down. So they're not like, his arms aren't resting on it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tear this apart. It's just, I played this game so many times growing up that I'm trying to absorb it all again. And the things that I'm trying to absorb are just kind of like not syncing up with my childhood memory sort of thing.
Enjoy it, Joker. If we're stuck here, we might as well let them pamper us.
Does it breach uniform regs if I get that on a cruise shirt? Because this is my favorite you have no choice ever.
Technically, this is a civilian ship. I'm probably lucky you're still wearing pants.
Yeah, I'll save that for the off-hour cameras.
Yeah, you see his arms?
Have an AI watch me 24/7. Sure.
I see his arms are like level for the keypads and everything, but for the dialogue options, not dialogue. For the dialogue, it wasn't.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What can you tell me? I already know how this plays out, but I know the questions that Shepard is asking to get information are obvious ones. It's just kind of no.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me
Okay,
from
that
answering
one,
that question.
that one I wasn't quite sure about.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright, so that's everybody here. Oof. Note that we do not have our escape pods on this side. Or maybe our escape pods are down below. I'm not entirely sure where they are in the new ship. Like the old ship I knew like the back of my hand. This one I'm having a rough time because I'm not entirely sure where everything. It says armory. This is where Morden usually is. No, this is where Jacob is. I'm so sorry. Let's see. For Shepard, choose grenade launcher and what's the other option? The arc projector. Okay, so I didn't have to do a mission for that. They just gave it to me. The arc projector's not bad, but I am not an arc. I don't really use heavy weapons.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the Elusive Man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What is up with like? Well, I look at my character. My character is like kind of filled out a little bit, and I look at Jacob's character. It's like all the other NPCs are just kind of like a little wonky. They look a little weird.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot.
Like look
They've
at his
been
torso,
called
his arms,
terrorists,
and
and
his
with
head.
good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
All right, let me, because I remember somebody, I think it was Phil actually, who, or maybe it was Jason, either or. A couple of my buddies told me that the sound was still too up there, so let's turn dialogue volume down to 75%. The sound effect volume, we'll take it down to 40. Let's turn it there, and we'll see how that goes. Because I don't want it to be too quiet, but at the same time, I want everybody to be able to actually enjoy the game, story-wise. Even though I'm kind of like, you know, TD. Even though I'm kind of like, you know, just moaning and bitching. Like, that was an odd way to put it, but it's like bitching and moaning. Change my loadout. I like that you can cut across now. Okay, so I can't go in the tech labs until we get Morden. So this is the new comm room. I don't really care enough to like actually have her explain it to me now. I was actually looking to see if there's any data points in there, so I can get some easy XP. But yeah, as you can see, our heavy weapons here, the grenade launcher. I don't know why the arc isn't there. You can also see your shotguns, pistols, stuff like that. Like, these are default, but the more heavy weapons you get, they'll line up over here.
What's this area?
I didn't ask you.
That's all for now.
Hey, I didn't say nothing to you.
Commander, you've received a new
The
message
yeoman
at your
thing
private
upsets
terminal.
me. Alright, so we're gonna go to the captain's quarters. We have a multi-step elevator this time around, and I do enjoy that, and the fast travel is a little bit more on point. This is, somebody was talking about the ships and everything like that. Actually, I think it was on TikTok, actually. But you can get collectible ships. Every one of these points will hold one, and they just will fill out your cabin as it is. Medal of Honor, view trophies. Do I have any trophies? I have a picture of Liara, because I romanced Liara in the first game. I didn't think that was a thing. Mission accomplished. Okay, so those are my achievements. Private terminal. Oh my god. It's the same thing from downstairs. Where's the hood? Sound system. You can turn music on, but I'm not doing that because YouTube. YouTube and Twitch won't get me today. Armor. No helmets. N7 helmet. N7 breather helmet. Recon hood. I look like Spider-Man from Far From Home. It's not bad, but no helmet. I'm good. I don't have any of the other armors yet, but you can change your armor setup so it's visually appealing. My casual appearance. I need to get this jacket. I've been meaning to get this jacket for years. So I'm gonna see if I can't get that N7 jacket sometime this year. Something maybe a little bit more sturdier and washable, because I don't want to just get something with this just kind of on it and it just kind of like rips and fades. It's a simple jacket, but I promise you it's still probably going to cost me at least $60. $60 to $100. And that's no joke, simply because it's collectors. Or I want to have it for use rather than just collector's item. Alright, that's crew quarters.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
I like the fact that the crew itself actually, that's the women's restroom. I don't think I can go in there. I think Edie would actually call me out for going in there. So we have life support. We have the port observation. So different characters are going to be able to open up different areas. Port observation, that's going to be where, is it Samara? I think it's Samara. She's going to be out there, and that's when you can go out there and just kind of like chill with her while she meditates. And she's kind of like an Asari monk. She's she's a biotic, but she's like very much in tone with the universe. She's gonna replace Liara in a big way, but I prefer Jack personally. Life support, is that where Jack is? No, life support is where Grunt is when we get him. Starboard observation, is that Tali? No, Tali's in the engine room. Starboard observation. One of these, all right, one of these is going to be Samara because she's going to be staring out and everything, and the other one has the bar. I don't know where the bar is. I don't know where the bar is in my own ship. Is this medical? Nope, this is Miranda's office. Yep.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Can you tell me what happened to the yeoman's face?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
You know what? I like the confidence.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Mm-hmm. Once you found out this was my ship. Oh, my favorite part about this. He's not over here.
Surprise
Where's he?
again.
There he is.
Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
The chef.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time.
You're so wrong
This
for that.
ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
You're absolutely terrible, but I love you as a cook.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the Ezo rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
No, respect.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Can't go that way. Guess what's forward? Actually, I think that might be down below, but usually up forward is... Yep, main battery. Calibrating. Guess who's here?
Commander Shepard. I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
They made Chakwas younger, and they got rid of the yeoman completely for a rework. And
I'll keep an eye out for a
I'm
replacement.
sitting there looking at Chakwas'
Oh,
arms,
you
and she's got
needn't.
the same thing for
It's
Joker.
expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Is there one thing that you need to know? You always keep your medic and healer happy. So you getting that bottle of brandy.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Yeah! Chakwas.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Couldn't I remove my scar? I have to buy that. There's a way you can actually pop up and remove the scar, like you see the orange indications, like from where the surgery is and everything. You can remove that if you want to. I like keeping it because I'm a scar dude. I think scars are cool. Scars, bruises, cuts, just a form of life. And down to engineering. This is where Grunt is. Who the hell? I don't. All right, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm all kinds of confused. Port cargo hold is where Grunt is. Is Thane down here? Is that where Thane is? This is where Tali will be.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
So how did you get an offer to join Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, I was very public with my defense.
Don't punish me.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and
what do you think
I am.
about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Right in the daddy bags.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Oh yeah. On this one, the crew feels more... That's ED. On this one, the crew feels more important. I hate to say it like that. It's like they're fleshed out to the point where everybody can have their own conversations with you. Everybody wants something. Everybody has their own, like, opinion of you. But you can be an asshole to just about everybody here, and I think it will still change up. This is where... this is where the lovely Jack will be. And just wait, you guys will enjoy her. She's possibly one of my favorite. Between, okay, if I had to go in a romanceful order, and I'm so sorry to say it like this, it would go Jack and Tali at the top, then Miranda, and I don't know who else I can do in this game. I haven't really done anything else like that. But I think Samara you can have a one-off with. I don't know. I didn't delve that deeply into it afterwards. I've played this a lot, but typically when I romance, it's typically either Tali or Jack. This time it's going to be Jack. Alright, go back up top. Combat Information Center. Now, speaking of Jack, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't go ahead and get us a partner